Good afternoon. How's everybody doing today? It's Travis here. Nothing like waiting for the last minute to try and get a contest entry in. It's just like I've looked at this several times over the last couple weeks trying to figure out a way of coming up with some kind of theme to do it, and I just really struggling. I said, I'm not going to do it. And then I decided the last minute, okay, I can do this. I can kill two birds with one stone and put my entry in for the ROYGBIV Rainbow Contest that Beth has going on. And tonight's a deadline. I have to be at work in like an hour and a half, so I have to get this in and a little quick edit and get it uploaded here tonight before midnight. So there's been a video I've been kind of wanting to do for a while. I have stuff laying around. I'm just trying to make sure I haven't forgot anything at the last one, which is usually the case. But I think I have everything, and I struggled with this. I was like, I just didn't want to just bring out random records that has the different colors on it. And every other theme that I could come up with, I was missing one or two, and it's just annoying. And I just said, heck with it, I'm not doing it. But then I got to looking, and I was like going over some ideas of things that I wanted to show and talk about in the future. And as I pulled all these albums, I realized I can do this with one of my future ideas. And I decided to do it. So I'll kill two birds with one stone. This is the ROYGBIV Colors of the Rainbow Contest she has going on in for spring. Believe it or not, it's raining and thundering out, and typically this is what happens where I live in Missouri for the spring. So tornado warnings, and that's actually probably more down where Beth's at right now. Hopefully everything's okay. But it's just rain, all day rain here. The dogs are inside, don't want to go out. I had to turn the lights on. It's dark enough outside, but we're going to do this. So what you can hear going in the background, we're going to do it. We got a little classical going on today. We're just going to have this Tchaikovsky going on in the background. This is actually one of my favorite box set. This has 7 symphonies, really good stuff. So we're going to be listening to that because it has to do with what the contest is today, or at least my theme anyway. This is one of the box sets I picked up for $1 somewhere. So if you want to get some cheap classical music and if you see these sets, give them a try. It's worth $1. If you don't like it, you can always get rid of it and sell it. But anyway, my theme having to do with Tchaikovsky is, and the ROYGBIV contest is, do you collect certain records or albums or even songs that you like by different artists? And that's kind of what this is. One of the crazy vinyl collecting habits I have is I like collecting as many different Nutcracker Suite albums as I can find. And going through all of them that I have, I realized I can do this contest and also talk about these. Why do I collect? I mean, how many Nutcrackers do you need? It's the same song, but if you've ever looked at the Nutcracker Suite albums, usually it's the select songs on one side from the Nutcracker and totally different composers and classical music usually on the B side. So not only do you have different versions of Nutcracker Christmas music, but you also have a really good collection of other composers' classical music, which is like, not quite sure why that goes over so well in the classical word, but it's like their version of compilation. So on just one side or another. But let's go ahead and start off. So for the red, I got Tchaikovsky's Nutcracker, the complete ballet, Maurice Abravanel conductor. This is the Utah Symphony Orchestra. Okay, I don't think I own any other Utah Symphony Orchestra, but this is pretty good. This is a really good demonstration of that. It's on Vanguard Records, Black Label. Really good vinyl, sounds really good. red. Okay. What's the next one we got? Orange. Here, carrying on the theme, we got the nut. It's kind of hard to show these without taking. I don't want to take because I got all the sleeves out. Nutcracker Suite, Mozartania, Suite number 4 in G major, Opera 61, Radinsky Philharmonic Symphony Orchestra of New York. This is an older one. This is one of the older ones I have. So really nice sounding record. This one, let's see, what do they have on? I think this one is all Nutcracker Suite, I believe. Oh, it's got some other stuff on the back too, so. But that'd be for the orange. I love the Nutcracker. Gotta keep these around. Yellow. Yeah, this is getting to be more of the normal. This is what a lot of people see in the thrift stores. You know, I think this was like in the 80s or 70s. By the way, the yellow would be the label on this one. Celebrity Stereophonic. Tchaikovsky's Nutcracker Suite. Fritz Lehmann conducting the Hamburg State Symphony Orchestra. By the way, it's got the rainbow label in the stereophonic in high fidelity. Stereophonic. I mean, it was really a contest to see who could come up with the craziest stereo techno mumbo jumbo taglines back in the time, wasn't it? Now we got for green. This is one of my favorite green. This is one of my favorite Nutcracker albums. A lot of times you'll see the Nutcracker albums. They'll come with Nutcracker Suite, and on the B side, the 1812 overture. This is Hans Letterman, the Sonar Symphony Orchestra. When was this? I don't know if it's got a date on it. Spinorama label. But one of the things about this that I like is it has the full 1812 overture on the back, and if you never listened to that, everyone knows the 4th of July fireworks part of it, the very end of it. But if you never listened to the whole overture, it's actually pretty good. And if you ever do a little reading about it and the story, how it was written or what it was about and everything, it's you know, Billy telling the story of the war and the Russian peasant farmers versus Napoleon, and it explains how in the music the aggressive parts of it's the Napoleon's army coming in and doing their thing. But that's a good record. That's the green part. Blue. Alright, so here's another. If you watched my very first video, you saw these records, but I have some these are old albums of 78s. All classical that I rescued from some yard sale. I was going to throw them away, and I didn't want to see it. But this is the Nutcracker Suite. It's old. I tried to find a date on it. I couldn't find it anywhere. It's got a nice blue binder, but it's got these gorgeous old Columbia blue labels on them. These are the big 78s, and I just played a little bit of it today. I actually picked up this week an old, I don't know what you call it. It's like some piano maker brand, like a Victrola crank-up 78 record player. I'm doing some work on it. I'll show that in the near future, but I played it a little bit, and it sounds great on that. So that's a Chicago Symphony Frederick Stock conductor. I don't know, Poetry on Plastic would be able to tell, you know, just by the name of the conductor when that was, but I have no idea. So, but that's the blue. Nutcracker Suite, the blue version. Alright, my indigo. Where's my indigo? I lost it. My indigo color is actually going to be the label off one of these records. I don't know if the light's going to catch it up. It's almost like matches my shirt, doesn't it? This nice purpley indigo color. See that? That's the Columbia Masterworks label. I really like those old Columbia Masterworks records. They sound really good. That was off that record, by the way. Indigo. Blue, indigo, violet. Let's see. What are I going to do for violet? I got a couple things I could do for violet. Let's just show the last few of the Nutcracker Suites I have right now. Here's a... I also collect them because they got cool covers on. I want to get a bunch of covers. And like, you know, it is, even though it's the same songs, they all sound totally different. I mean, it's like each orchestra has its own sound. Each conductor interprets totally differently, and where some of them are just real expansive and smooth and have that spin. Then others are just fun and light and airy, and so I mean they're all totally different. They sound totally different, even though you recognize the core sound tunes in them. This is the NBC Symphony Orchestra. This has the William Tell Overture on it. Skater's Waltz. You know, it's got the different colored violet, indigo, blue, green dresses in it. Big nutcracker on the side there. And it's also got kind of a violet. That's more like a reddish, not really violet, but. And let's see, another good one I have here. I'm just going to show this, not really contest, but I guess you could be. Here's another, this is the Eugene Ormandy Philadelphia Orchestra, which I really like that. Him in the Philadelphia Orchestra, a lot of good. I have a lot of albums that are really good. This one actually has some others, so this is more like a good one for like traditional Christmas. So you have the Nutcracker, and then on the B side you got like Doris Day, Silver Bells, Joy to the World, Earl Wrightston, Sleigh Ride, Skitch Henderson, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Patty Page, Silent Night, Jerry Vale, and the First Noel, Andrew Constellans. So it's your typical Christmas compilation of everything, a little bit of classical and then pop music. And it's one of these weird special Sylvania Presents. It's kind of funny. General Telephone and Electric, or General Telephone and Electronics GTE. Was Sylvania, was that part of GTE at one time? Probably was. That's probably why it's on there. I don't know. That was all before my time. Nutcracker. Here's some more. This one's got some violet in it too. Oh, little dolly. This one's got a little bolero in it. Nutcracker Suite on the one side. Who is this one? Edward Van Bynum, conductor. What doesn't say what orchestra it is. Let's see. Concert Gebouw Orchestra of Amsterdam. I wonder if that's the orchestra. There's one orchestra that does a really big Star Wars concert every year. They're either Amsterdam or Denmark, but super popular. Their records, the albums, though, their live version go for ridiculous money, like a couple $100, and they're really hard to get. But there you go, gold epic label. So I thought that was just a fun way of showing that the craziness of collecting in the vinyl community of why do I need, and this is only some of them. Some of the others I have, they're pretty ratty sleeves. I just didn't take them out, but the records are really good. I'm trying to find, as I can find better covers to put on them, then I'll add them to it. But I just like all the different covers that you can get related to. Basically the same thing. And the other thing is, so if you like Christmas music and you like the Nutcracker, and if you don't have a lot of classical music, this is a great way of getting in to other classical music. Because like I said, a lot of time, the other classical music that's on the B-side, not Tchaikovsky, a lot of times it's a different composer. And it's a good way of sampling everything. My last little bit, let's talk about, so I want to go back to this box set I got. Now, I found this at one of my favorite places that I've bought quite a few classical records from. I'm pretty sure they all came from the same person. But one of the interesting things, particularly on this box set, let me take these records out so I don't. And this is like, literally, this is there's 7 records in here. But the thing I found interesting I want to show you is this. And I see this fairly often on some, and I have a feeling that's why they're all the same person. Can you see their writing on here? So this writing on here, it shows when these were purchased on March 15, 1976. And it has all the record numbers listed on here. And it has little tick marks for how many times they played side 1 and side 2. So they played the whole series through 2 times on side 1, and a lot of these were only okay, I see what it is. He played them 2 times each on side 1 and side 2. And then in 1979 they played it 2 times on record 1, 2 times on side 2 and record 2, and then only 1 time for all the others, side 1 and side 2, right? And then the next time they played it, or at least the next time they marked it as they played it, was in 81 through 85, and then they only played record 2 once, record 3 2 times on both side 1 and side 2, and then the rest of them only played once. So I'll have to listen to, I think I know which one record 3 is, because I like that one too. But I thought that was just kind of interesting, some of the quirky things people have done when they get this. Now I really don't know, you know, back in the 70s when this came out, you know, what this box set would be. Yorkshire Records, I mean, I don't know. But it's very good. It's got, I don't think it's all of them, but it's got 7 symphonies. So most of the famous songs that you know by Tchaikovsky are on there, which is probably one of my favorite composers of that era. So lots of good music. But that, anyway, I'm starting to ramble now. So that's my contest entry, kind of thrown together at the last minute. Sorry, but I mean, I was not even going to do it, and I said, wow, I give it a shot there. So it's springtime. We got thunderstorm rumbling through. So if we had a little bit of sun pop out, there probably would be a rainbow. Which reminds me of the last. I looked, and I looked through all of my records to see if I could find one that had a rainbow, and other than the little rainbow on the stereo logos, the only record I have, which I was getting ready to take this to the donation box, because, you know, it's like, if I'm not going to keep records and listen to them, I'm going to donate them. But so this was sitting in there, but I can use it for the contest. And the Statler Brothers, World of the Statler Brothers. And actually, this is not a bad record, so I might just re-keep it, because it's got like it's a lot of cover songs. Flowers on the Wall, King of the Road, Still Miss Someone, Ruby, Don't Take Your Love to Town. I need to listen to it again. I listened to it once, but you know how you are when you're not in a good mood and it's got to go. I'm gonna have to rethink how I do that, because now that I look at this, there are songs on here like, so I probably would listen to it. But anyway, it's all Crocheted Rainbow, Statler Brothers, pretty good stuff. Anyway, Hope everyone's having a good day. Storms, see a little bit of light coming out there, so gotta get ready for work. So have a good week. See ya.